Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No.
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Bottle the Bond. Today on our bourbon series, on our American whiskey series, on Memorial Day, we're going to actually go ahead and honor those that came before us by going back in time. And by that, we are visiting the Buffalo Trace Distillery once again. But today we're doing something different. And we're going to review the White Dog Mash number 1 from Buffalo Trace. So this is Buffalo Trace's White Dog. It's mash number 1. Mash number 1, according to their bottle, is a mixture of corn, rye, and malted barley recipe. This is coming in at 125 proof. So it comes out of the distillate at a higher proof, but then they dilute it a little bit before going into the barrel down to 125 proof, making it a 62.5% alcohol by volume. This is the same proof that they use for their Eagle Rare, their Stag, and their Buffalo Trace. So what am I expecting of this? I'm expecting it to be harsh. I'm expecting it to be maybe similar to moonshine. I'm not gonna say similar to vodka, but I'm expecting it to have a kick, to have a bite, and to be almost flavorless to the point that it tastes like a corn whiskey. I'm not expecting this to be good, and for that reason and that reason only, I'm not gonna tell you if I recommend it or not. Because if you compare it to other White Dogs, maybe this is top of the line. But today I'm not going to compare it to nothing. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a taste, let you guys see, know what I pick up on the nose and on the palate, and go from there. So nonetheless, guys, let's open it up. Man, this has a stronger pop than a few of the whiskeys that I've had. This is a rubber cork. Smells like mellow corn, woody corn. Now I'm going to let this sit here just for a couple minutes, just to let the ethanol flavors and the ethanol notes just kind of simmer down just a little bit, so that I can attempt to pick up something more than just alcohol. Be right back.
3 hours later.
I poured a very tiny amount in my hands because when I was pouring, all I kept smelling was the mash room, very yeast and corn-like, and that's what I smell. A little bit of the peanut as well, like a salted peanut, dusty to the nose, and very woody. I don't even know if I washed my hands today, to be honest. I'm not practicing good COVID-19 guidelines right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of this and see what we pick up. Oh wow! So you do find a little bit of the corn on there, but vanilla as well, and a little bit of honey. I was not expecting that. There's something else I'm picking up. It's very sweet and chocolatey a little bit. Maple. There's a nutty maple smell to this. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting, like I said, I was expecting some of the moonshine or vodka notes. Very harsh to the nose. I wasn't expecting, maybe corn, and corn was the only thing. The fact that I pick up maple syrup on this with a little bit of nutty, a sweet nutty and a sweet corn to the nose is crazy. I wasn't expecting that. It almost reminds me of the Knob Creek, the maple, the smoked maple from Knob Creek. It has a very subtle note of it in there. This is pretty good. The notes that I'm picking up, the very subtle sweet notes that I'm picking up on the mash number 1 of this White Dog has some better notes than a few of the other whiskeys that I've had, a few of the other bourbons that maybe just smell like ethanol and have typical honey vanilla notes that aren't that predominant, but this has a good smell. I like it. Let's go ahead and try it. A little tingly. Oh. A little tingly on the lips, going in. 125 proof. Very corn-like, spicy, lingering. Very corn-like. Ethanol. A little burning sensation on the palate. Did I say very corn-like? Rubbing alcohol, I'm just playing. It's a good white dog. Can you accept that? It's not your typical drink. It's not the typical whiskey that you want to try. I've had other corn whiskeys that, although I went into it and I said, hey, this is a corn whiskey, so accept the fact that you're going to be tasting a lot of corn-like notes. Going into it, I was still somewhat disappointed. I went into this knowing that it was a white dog and it was going to be very corn-like. The notes were nothing like it. Very sweet, delicious notes. On the palate, very corn-like. And like I said, a little numbing as well. You tend to expect a little bit of the tingling and the numbing when it comes to whiskeys that have a higher proof. This coming in at 125, you can expect that to happen, but it lingers, man. And the lingering, it's nothing really good. It's sweet. It's white sugar sweet and very potent on the ethanol. A more experienced palate may be able to pick up a little vanilla, very, very little vanilla on the palate. Very little vanilla, very little sugar, maple syrup. You can easily pick up the nuttiness. You can easily pick up the corn, and obviously the ethanol, being that this is a white dog. But it's really hard to just dive in there and pull deeper notes from this white dog. And to be honest, I mean, Buffalo Trace there, I don't know why they released it. Or maybe they just wanted to show you guys the tradition from back in the days before they started aging their whiskey in barrels, how distillers and used to do it back in the day as they came off the still. But it's not really, it's an experience. Maybe it's an experience that you should leave at the distillery for your tours. I guess if anything, it's something good to smell it, you know, and maybe you keep it on your desk and use it for some hand sanitizer so you don't get sick. Nonetheless, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe and share if you haven't done so. If you can think of any whiskeys that you think I should be trying here next on Bottled and Bond, let me know in the comments below. I'm Ozzy. This is Buffalo Trace White Dog, mash number 1 from Buffalo Trace Distillery in Kentucky. And this is Bottled and Bond. Cheers.